The Swiss kicking off their World Cup campaign up against Cameroon. That's right, of course, over in Group G. Who's going to get off to a fire? Who's going to get off to a whopper? We're going to take a look at all of it next. That's right, folks. Papa's giving another 5-minute preview. Looking forward to the Swiss taking on Cameroon over in Group G. And we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you know where you've been, smash your subscribe button, bang to all things Rovers related, Swiss football related, Cameroon football related, World Cup related. We're all here, boys. Under one roof. Of course, who's going to get off to a cracker in Group G? We'll get to it in a second. Of course, people shout out to VIPs. They are the patrons, of course. But anyway, let's get into it, of course. We've got 5 minutes, and of course, we've got a lot to talk about then, shall we? Of course, does kick off on the 24th of November at the Al Junib Stadium. That's right. Swiss up against Cameroon in Group G. That's right. Who's going to get off to the cracking start they all need? Let's take a look at the Swiss into this game. They qualified as Group C winners over in the UEFA bracket there, or qualification area. 15th of November 2021, they secured the deal. The 12th tournament in the past. 2018 was the last. They've been on a streak of 5 tournaments in succession. They've never been in the quarterfinals. Could this be the time? Murat Yakin, I believe, is the manager. Of course, Granit Xhaka, the VIP. 11-10 on to qualify for this 100-1 to win the trophy at the end of the campaign as well. Heading into this, the Swiss did take on the Czechs back in the Nations League. Big 2-1 win for them. They also beat the Spanish. Look at that. Portugal as well. Look at that. They ain't no slouches. Tough old beasts right now. But they also lost to those respective teams also in the Nations League as well. Taking a look at the group in all its glory. Group G, of course, with Brazil and Serbia. Of course, they'll be locking horns at the same day. Meanwhile, the Swiss will follow up this game against Cameroon up against Brazil in the second match day before they switch gears to focus on the all-European affair up against Serbia. Meanwhile, let's take a little look at the squad then, shall we? Of course, Jan Sommer between the sticks, one of the best goalkeepers out there, who goes under the radar a lot. Meanwhile, it's a defence. We've got quite some experienced numbers in there. We've got Fabian Schär, who's been very good with Newcastle. Nico Elverdi from Mönchengladbach into midfield with the likes of Sakira of Chelsea. Xhaka, of course, we've talked about him already. Moving forward, Shaqiri now playing football over in the MLS. Up top, we've got the likes of Breel Mbolo, who, of course, will be the man to try and score the goals. Meanwhile, taking a look at, of course, Cameroon heading into this match. Of course, they qualified as third-round winners of the African Federation. There, of course, on the 29th of March 2022. It's been their 8th tournament in the past. 2014 was the last. They've only made it one tournament in a row. Quarterfinals was the best back in 1990. Rigobert Song is the Cameroon manager. Vincent Agabaka is the man they're pulling their hopes of. Of course, 12-5 to qualify for the group, 201 to go the bloody distance. Of course, Cameroon coming into this on the back of a 1-0 loss to Korea. That's back in the 27th of September. Prior to that, also losses to Uzbekistan. Did pick up a win over Burundi, but of course, really, it's a bit hot and cold kind of for them heading into this. They're, of course, into Group G, and they'll be taking on, of course, the Swiss here. Following on this game, what we got going on? Actually, I don't know. It's a bit of a mystery. I think they'll be taking on Serbia next, and of course, Brazil to wrap it up. They've got a couple of pre-season friendlies. Of course, they've been done and dusted. You probably already know the results by now. Let's remind ourselves of the squad there for Cameroon. We've got the likes of Andre Onana, of course, on the books of Internationale. He'd be between the sticks. Into defence, we've got Christian Wu from Rennes. They ain't no slouches these days. Oliver Mabazzo from Philadelphia Union, of course, made it to the MLS Cup final, didn't they? Into midfield, we've got the likes of Aguasea from Napoli, and Nkunku from Besiktas as well. Oliver Nitcher made the call up as well. Up top, we've got the likes of Ubukaka, of course. We've got Choupo Montang of Bayern. Brian Mbembo got the call up as well, so a chance for him to get into the spotlight for him and for Brentford. So we've got my starting lineup then for Cameroon. Of course, we've got Onana between six, Tolo, Nkolo, Castellio and Faye. Odundo in midfield alongside Gué and Hongola, and Ngamalu, Choupo-Moting and Vinny Okabakaka up top. But what about, of course, the recent run of events now? These two sides, no pleasure to call them my eyes anyway. The Swiss, though, 50% fall for them right now, winning 3 on the bounce. Up against, of course, Cameroon, 50% fall for them, also winning 3 out of the last 6, but not great form heading into this. But the all-important poll was out there, of course. 69% of you have voted for Switzerland, 21% have gone with Cameroon, and just 9% have gone with the draw. But what about me? What about me on this Badgerino? It's a tough old group, this one. Of course, Brazil are favoured to run away with it, but who is going to go into that second spot? I really haven't got a clue. And of course, my opinion changes daily. But of course, for this game and this game alone, I'm actually going to go for the Swiss. 2-1 win for them. It's going to be tight. I just think maybe a mistake or an early goal or what have you. I just think they'll land nicely for the Swiss. And of course, they've been coming on the back of a recent run of events in in the Euros. So the team is still there, still part compact together nicely. But of course, there will be a fantastic start for them in Qatar 2022. Let me know your thoughts and opinions about the game down below. Of course, smash your subscribe and don't forget check out the links. We've got a phone in and all that kind of stuff all ahead right here at Blackburn Overseas.